On the introduction of the lock-in period for algo trading, is that on? And what are the steps that you are contemplating to increase further surveillance in this particular space?
All over the world, regulators are struggling about how to control algorithmic trading or high-frequency trading. India was one of the first countries which started this practice of the algorithm being tested by the stock exchange. We insisted that if somebody is providing a particular algorithm, that algorithm has to be tested by the stock exchange, and they were asked by SEBI, mandated by SEBI, that they have to continuously subject their algo to them. Also, SEBI has introduced a number of pre-order checks. For example, the size. You cannot have an order of more than 10 crores, for example, and things like that. The trick which was taking place in many parts of the world, including India, was, and it was the worry of regulators all over, and these matters have been discussed in IOSCO, that some of the participants were only interested in placing the order, but not in the execution. They were not interested in trade taking place, only in order. And since, because of their high speed and all that, they were in a position to have a look at the entire book, order book, which was there. They were at a better advantage. So, India was one of the first countries which introduced in 2013 the concept of a penalty, monetary penalty for high order to trade ratio. And a few other countries have also now done it. But we are not comfortable with the current system. But it is also a fact that world over this trading is taking place. So we have to strike a balance so that the market integrity is not compromised. And so we are debating a number of options. Yes, a committee is also looking at it. A committee of experts is looking at it. And what you are saying is that one of the options. This is also one of the options being debated. We have not yet made up our mind because we are cognizant of the fact that whatever we decide, we must do it very carefully because it will have an impact.
Because I spoke to some people who are into algo trading. They said that even if a lock-in is introduced, algos can be written which factors in the lock-in and then start creating algo.
Good.
That is the concern. And if let's assume you say that 20 microseconds or 20 milliseconds is the time where there should be a lock-in, you can't cancel your order. But I can create an algo which acts after the lock-in period is over and then starts creating. So that is precisely what I wanted to highlight.
Yes, but then that is why there are other alternatives also being discussed. One of the alternatives on the table is having a 2-queue system. So there is not one queue, but there are 2 different queues, and the orders are allowed to go into the system for trading one after another. So there are various options. All the options have their problems as well, and you were very right in pointing out the problems that have been brought to your notice. We are still debating. We have not been able to come to a finding. We are keeping a watch. We have also consulted several external experts, but it will take us some more time.
So with regard to the insider trading regulations this year, do you think the regulations define inside the term insider too broadly? Is there
be more specific with the question. What is the input you have? What is the worry you have with the bank?
For instance, I was told about this by an analyst at a brokerage firm. He said if the brokerage advises a client in, let's say, a specific stock, and so that is between the brokerage and that client, the firm and that client. This analyst as an employee of the brokerage may not have anything to do with that advice. He's still blocked from trading because he is classified as an insider.
I don't think this is a good example which has been brought to notice. What we have done in our new regulation is that we have expanded the definition of who is a connected person.
Yeah.
And that was very well thought out because we realized that limiting the definition of connected person is giving an escape to people. Also, earlier the burden used to be on SEBI to prove that you have traded on the basis of the unpublished price sensitive information. Now that burden is on the person against whom we are contemplating an action. One can argue that this is too tough. One can argue, but we feel that insider trading is a serious offense. It hits at the root of the integrity of the market. So we have done it after very detailed consultations, looked at various other aspects and also some court judgments in the past. So there may be a set of people who will be unhappy. All I can assure you is that we will be very careful when we apply these new rules on a particular case. So case to case we will be very careful that whether we are satisfied that the requirements of insider trading are being met and where it has been done deliberately or not, where gain has been made or not made. We will get into all these elements. But the broadening of the definition was after a lot of thinking.
So that
will there be regulation on sharing of price sensitive information?
No, the insider prevention of insider trading regulation provides that.
Okay.
That you cannot share that information. Now the question is, somebody can say that, okay, I have traded, but I have not traded based on the unpublished price sensitive information that was given to us. Earlier the burden was on us to prove that not only he got the information, he traded on that information. Now the second part was very difficult. In a judicial way, it was very difficult.
So what was the thought process for shifting the burden from SEBI to the accused? I mean, the onus now is on the accused to prove that he is innocent. Earlier the onus was on SEBI to prove that he is guilty. What was the thought process behind that? It's actually
thought process was because there are a lot of instances which came to our notice and also the developments in other parts of the world where we found that unlike USA, for example, we do not have the criminal justice system coming into the play. Unlike USA and many other parts of the world, we do not have right to wiretapping. So for us to establish things which are perhaps easier in other parts of the world, they were not available to us. Okay. But we will be very careful in how we impose this.
Okay.